Hi, I'm Kenny Anderson, Director of Multicultural Affairs for the City of Huntsville, and welcome to Impact. Each week we bring you information about exciting things that are happening right here in this community, and today will be no different. You know, each year we have a big event called Community Awareness for Youth, which actually focuses on providing opportunities for young people to find out how to get connected to the community, all with the design of making the community better for everyone. And we're very fortunate here in the Huntsville-Madison County community to have partners who come alongside us to make that happen. Now, each of those partners in and of themselves have their own special initiatives that make a difference in their part of the community. And collectively, we usually come together to make one thing possible for young people, and it's that they can achieve success in the process of their educational journey and living in this great community that we all are part of. Today, I'm going to be talking with Alex Riley. He's been on the show before. He is the founder of MadisonUp, a nonprofit organization that is designed solely to make a difference in the lives of young people. Alex, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you. I'm really glad to be here for the third time.
I know, man. You're racking them up.
Right.
You're going to be one of my most frequent guests at some point, but that's because you're doing some great things in the community. Thank you again for your partnership with the CAFE event.
Thank you.
And we look forward to future ventures as well. Thank you for being here again today. So Alex, just give us a quick update on MadisonUp. What is it? What's happening with it right now? And then we'll talk a little bit about the special project that you're working on.
All right. Initially, MadisonUp is a nonprofit organization that serves the youth and teenage demographic to keep them entertained and out of trouble. We also create a platform for talented musicians to showcase their talent. MadisonUp originally, it just was founded on the principles of, filling a void in a community where there's a need. Whatever that is, we want to fill that void. So,
and you came to the Huntsville-Madison County community from New Orleans.
Right.
After Hurricane Katrina displaced so many people. Tell us a little bit about how you got here.
Well, Hurricane Katrina so happened to be a blessing and a curse. The blessing to it was, at the time, we didn't know it was a blessing because we couldn't see outside of our natural element, being New Orleans residents. But when being uprooted from what's normal to you, and you have to adapt in an environment in a city where you know nothing about, you have no family, you have no friends, naturally you adapt to an attitude of, me against the world. Right? So that me against the world attitude caused me to get into a lot of trouble, along with the friends. But as time went along, I was able to see certain things from a different point of view and to help prevent this from happening in other guys' lives like mine when they migrate to the city of Madison and Huntsville.
And so a lot of your motivation for MadisonUp comes from your own personal challenges and experiences.
Right.
Which is a great, kind of a connector because it demonstrates the transformational power of having an opportunity in order to see something different, to experience something different. And oftentimes it takes the community of individuals who recognize some of these challenges to come together and lay aside their differences,
right,
lay aside their own desire for self-exaltation, and say, I want to really do something to change the course of young people's lives.
Right.
And I just wonder again, what does it take for someone to start something, having nothing basically, but a concept and a dream and an idea? How does that become MadisonUp?
Well, most importantly, we go by a mantra in MadisonUp, and that mantra is believe unbelievably. You have to have true belief in your dreams and your aspirations, your goals, whatever they are. You have to truly believe in them. And then from there, God and the universe surround Himself and itself with your plans. MadisonUp, when I originally started it, I wanted to start it to basically create that same pride in which we have for New Orleans in the city of Madison. So, MadisonUp has been that ever since, I've established it. You get a lot more people saying MadisonUp nowadays, so proud of it.
Right. And of course, what has the journey been like for you? Because, when you start up something, like I said, you don't have a lot of resources, don't have a lot of money. You have people that don't necessarily believe in what you're doing or don't understand what you're doing. So how has the journey been for you?
The journey, I would say the journey has been a situation where it builds belief, it builds extra character into yourself, because now you have to go out and you have to establish relationships with people that you never came across, people that you don't know, people in higher positions than you are. So when I go out and I speak to people, whether that's in the mayor's office, whether that's city candidates, educators, business owners, activists, whatever the case may be, I come to them with a clear intent, open heart, and say, hey, listen, this is what we're doing. This is the vision. It's simple. It's not rocket science. We want you to be a part of it. I'll work with anybody that's willing to work with me, because the main goal is not about Alex or the business. It's about the people that deserve something better. So we have to give them those essentials.
And that's really how we got partnered with Madison Up, with Community Awareness for Youth, the CAFE initiative, because you were aware of what we were doing, and you said, hey, I'd like to partner with you all. I'm not interested in getting all the glory from me. I'm interested in investing in the young people of our community and making a difference. So at the end of the day, we all can celebrate the success of young people in our community, if that's what our heart and minds are really in it for. And so that was very important as well. I know that you go into schools, you go into faith-based groups, you go into the business community, you are promoting this whole notion of community building and people coming together. And how is that whole message being received?
The message, it's being well received. Of course, with anything, you're going to have some critics, some people that's boo-birds, some people that don't see the same vision that you see. And that's okay. That's all a part of the plan. What my main focus is this: I don't listen to the outside noise. I stay focused on the task because I know what it's for. I know the beauty inside of it. The great thing about a nonprofit organization, if it's an active nonprofit organization for the right reasons, it's this sense of beauty that you receive from the inside out, and it shows to the other people. Your happiness, your activity, your exercise, all those things start to become more relevant in your life today. And from running this organization, I'm showing those things to the public, which allows other ethnic groups, Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Indian, to come forward towards me and talk to me.
Right. And you're very engaged in the community on a lot of different projects. I know recently you had the opportunity to actually lock and load on a community project.
Right.
And I want you to share a little bit about that, because again, I think there's a lot of things that people can learn from not only your ability to take the initiative after identifying a problem, but also then executing and moving the process forward in spite of hurdles including, again, maybe not having all the funding necessary or all the pieces together just yet, but the passion that drives you and motivates you every day to make it possible for somebody else to have a better quality of life is so important to you. And so talk about this project that you recently identified and tell us a little bit something about how it's going.
All right. So the project that we're working on is called the Park Playground and Enrichment Center Initiative. But before the Park Playground and Enrichment Center, we took something simple from the community, and that's called Fix the Fence. The symbolicness behind Fix the Fence is in the same area where we're working to put the Park Playground and Enrichment Center. So this fence has been dilapidated and in ruin I've only been here for 10 years in the Huntsville-Madison community, but that's how long that fence has been in ruin, which is also a hazard to the kids that play around it and an eyesore for the community of Madison as a whole.
Yeah, and this fence is located on, what's the intersection?
The fence is located on Gillespie and Wall Triana, that intersection right there. So whoever comes through the city of Madison gets an opportunity to see this fence. Now, what we wanted to do is take that simple fence and highlight the message of it. The message is that we're displaying a attitude of we don't care. When we display that attitude of we don't care, we look bad as a city as a whole, because we're not doing anything as neighbors, as residents, as business owners, as churches, as nonprofit organizations, as city leaders. So to highlight that, it spreads awareness for that area and whole to say, hey, we need to put more resources in this area so each family, resident, child can thrive in that area, because we all know, listen, there's mud on a diamond. You clean that diamond off, the diamond is still going to shine. You know, I'm one of those kids that come from, you know, a rough area in New Orleans, Louisiana, having to see all these things from childhood. So naturally, in today's life, I want to be able to prevent any other kids from having to see these certain things that we had to see growing up. So now we're about to tear the fence down November 5th. After 10 years of it being up and dilapidated, we're going to tear it down November 5th. Thank you to Daystar Church, my board, MadisonUp, Taziki's Restaurant. Everybody is really taking a hand in this project and going forward. The next initiative is placing a park, playground, and enrichment center on that lot of land. Now, we're in talks with the landowners as well as the city of Madison. So we're working in conjunction together to see how we can facilitate this park, playground, and enrichment center.
Right, and the enrichment center would be for the community.
Right.
A center where young people could come and families could come and experience the benefit of being a part of the community with recreational activities, I'm sure, perhaps some family strengthening seminars and other community-related activities. Right.
The ideal inside of the Enrichment Center is this. We want to have all kind of skill-building programs inside of there, whether that's tutoring, resume, building, whether that's a pool in the inside to teach the minority kids around the area how to swim. We want to create an atmosphere where you have business space in there for other nonprofit organizations that mainly focus on at-risk kids. So now they're an asset to the community right around it. You have a community room for meetings in there for the police department to be able to come over and introduce themselves a lot more to the community. These things are possible along with a basketball court and playground amenities in the middle, a walking trail around the park, playground, and enrichment center that furthers exercise for the parents, the kids. By creating this, you create balance. When you create balance, you have a healthier community as a whole.
All right. Well, this was exciting to know that you're a young brother making it possible. We would like to highlight millennials on this broadcast who are invested in their community, who are engaged in their community, who are doing more than just talking, but they're walking the talk. They're out there making it happen. They're asking for accountability. They're asking for people of like mind to come together. Or like minds to come together, and this is all very important in that process, and we're excited about that, Alex. MadisonUp is out there, it's working, it's leading the way. Tell people how they can get in touch with you and find out more information about how they may want to come alongside you and help out. Right.
Well, this is how you can get in contact with me. You can contact me on Facebook, simply Alex Riley, AlexRiley. Also, my MadisonUp page on Facebook is just simply MadisonUp. Also, if you would like to donate to this project, we have a GoFundMe where it's GoFundMe/MadisonUp. Also, if you would like to be a part of this whole plan and helping us raise the money to fix the fence, we are selling these shirts to the community, so you can be a part of that. We're also selling the hats as well. So please be a part of the process. Otherwise, if you can't, donate anything, that's okay. Long as you spread the awareness, long as you can tell somebody else. You can spread it on your social medias. This is how we want to get the community involved together.
Yeah, Alex Riley, he is the founder of MadisonUp, and he has definitely taken the lead on a very important community project to restore not just, as we said in a recent broadcast, not just a physical location for people to come, but to restore the soul and the hearts and the minds of people and help them feel like they have a community that cares and they're part of a community that cares and that they take responsibility for it in addition to others who want to come alongside them and do that as well. So thank you for sharing this great story today.
Thank you.
And this great message, very powerful message. We thank you for doing that. We thank you for being a part of our conversation today. I want you to definitely check out Alex Riley on Facebook or MadisonUp on Facebook. And I want to ask you to support this initiative in various ways. Listen, just send a word of encouragement through MadisonUp and say, hey, I stand behind what you're doing. I don't necessarily have something to give you, but I want you to know I really take a lot of value in what you're doing. I love to see young people taking the baton and running with it. You know, we talk a lot about young people and what they're not doing right. When young people are doing the right thing, we need to be running to them and saying, hey, what can I do to help you out? What can I do to make things better and right for you and to support you in the way that we need to support you? We hope that you will also check out this video that you have just watched the show, but you can go to Impact with Kenny Anderson on Facebook. We hope you'll like our page as well, because we got lots of information on there from past shows as well as behind the scenes shots of what goes on once the cameras start rolling. We hope that you will tune in for our next edition of the broadcast. In the meantime, have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk to you soon.